What if I told you that self-sabotage has nothing to do with your mindset, but everything to do with unexpressed emotions trapped in your body? And the scariest part is you probably don't even know that they're still there. You've done the inner work, you read the books, you've done journaling, you've done the courses, you've done therapy. You're self-aware, but something still feels off. You still find yourself stuck, self-sabotaging your own progress. Today, I'm going to break down the hidden emotional patterns that are running in the background and keeping you stuck. Here's what most people don't understand. That if you don't fully express your emotions, they don't go anywhere. They live in your nervous system and they leak into relationships, into work, money, your energy, how you treat yourself, and into how you trust others. Self-sabotage is self-protection in disguise. And what you're protecting is that little girl that never naturally got to express her emotions, voice them, or feel her pain. There's a part of you that's always trying to figure things out, trying to fix things. But that same part of you are blaming other people. If only they did this and showed up this way, things would be different. Everything would be better. And I wouldn't be in this situation. But here's the truth. Your body is replaying an emotional loop. Different people, same energy, same emotional charge. Still waiting to be released. You were told you were too much, too emotional, so you internalized it. Hello, anxiety. Hello, depression. Riddled with fear. You were constantly criticized when you were growing up. So you became a perfectionist. If you do everything right, you will be loved. The side effect is that you were judged. So you're going to judge yourself harshly all the time and others. You were silenced, so you had to become the strong one. You had to become the capable one. The one that always showed up for everybody, not a burden. And no one showed up for you. So you became hyper independent. If you don't have anyone in your life that you lean on, then no one can abandon you or reject you. These aren't just personality quirks. These are survival strategies. But they also disconnect you from your body, your emotions, your power, from you being the true you. These thought patterns might feel normal, but you're constantly rejecting parts of you, and you're always in battle, a battle no one can see. Of course you're exhausted. Why are your dreams so far away? You're not lazy, you're drained because you're fighting a battle that no one can see or understand. It's constant. You're so good at intellectualizing everything that you build a fortress around you. You're fantastic at rationalizing everything and anything so you can make sense of it. But there's the stories. It keeps you stuck because you haven't expressed emotions. You haven't expressed that fear, the anger, the release. So part of you still feels unfulfilled. There's something within you that's missing, the missing piece. What you've been doing all this time is managing yourself, managing the rage, managing the fear, managing the shame, the constant resisting. You're resisting and you're keeping the lid on tight so no one can see your dark side. But it's not dark. You just chose to turn off the light. And it's not your fault because you didn't know that they were still in there. You can't think yourself out of this. It's not about mindset. You have to express your way out. In some instances, that looks like screaming into the pillow, expressing the grief that you weren't allowed to feel or you thought that you were fine with, but you need to express. We all done it. It looks like, oh yeah, I'm over that. Oh, I don't care if my friend hurt me. I'm good. I'm strong. But deep down inside, you know that you feel it inside of you. And when you can't actually express those emotions and voice it out even to yourself, you're keeping yourself stuck in a loop, in a resistance, managing your feelings, managing the rage, managing the fear. And then you add shame on top of that. Here are some tools that you can use. TRT is trauma release therapy, are used by hundreds of vets that have released fear from their body through the shaking that they do. And you can actually find people that do this for you, or you can look at YouTube. There is exposure therapy, but exposure therapy needs to be done with somebody that has the experience to do so, hold that space, the container, and to witness you and still be seen. It is really important it's with somebody that can hold that space for you. And then there's also my favorite, and I think everyone should go through it if they have the money. It's Joe Hudson's Art of Accomplishment. This is an emotional safe container and community that teaches you how to look at your feelings, how to express your emotions, how to talk with others, and how to have wonder about yourself when you discover yourself and others and how you show up in the world. And it's magnificent. Don't believe me? Go find him on YouTube. Find him on podcasts. It's mind-blowing, and see for yourself. In that container, there's something about being witnessed by other people. So when he holds those safe containers of emotional releases, there's different classes with them. It actually allows you to be seen by other people. And that's what we're missing, being witnessed by other people when we're in our full expression of the most vulnerable times or the worst feelings and emotions that we might have. And unfortunately, we've labeled emotions as bad, but it's not bad. It's just unexpressed. It just needs to be witnessed, felt, and acknowledged. And then it can let go. Doing so is profoundly healing, being witnessed in your pain, in your expression, and still having somebody there, still sitting there, not going anywhere, loving you, holding space for you. That's what we all need. I thought I had expressed and processed fear, but in a group sessions, as I sat there waiting for my turn, I was scared that I couldn't tap in, that I was completely disconnected from my emotions forever. But as I sat there, I tapped into myself and I finally could feel it. I was screaming out loud, my body was shaking. And I could feel the instance of where I was really scared. I brought up a memory of my sexual abuse. And I kept screaming for 5 minutes straight, feeling it in my body, saying like, stop, it's my body, you can't have it. And just shaking all over. So after the 5 minutes release of doing so, my throat that was constricted before opened up. I finally landed in my body because I always felt like I was out of my body. And it felt like I had come home. My voice, how I showed up in the world, completely changed. I finally understood. You live in limbo until you finally fully express the emotion and live through it and felt it in your body, and then you're free. That's why they call emotion energy in motion. So a lot of people, if they want to do it on their own, go to a safe place like a car or in the woods or where you can be by yourself. And one way of expressing it is to scream it into a pillow and beat the pillow. It's not about victim anger. It's about aggressive anger where you don't go like, oh my gosh, you hurt me. It's like, fuck you, you hurt me. I can't fucking believe it. Like that. You never do it towards somebody. You can have emotions and feelings that is regarding someone, but you never do it within earshot of them because that could damage yourself and other people too. So when you do this work, you want to just release the feeling. When you allow yourself to release that feeling and truly feel it and say the words you wanted to say without holding yourself back and without being in a victim mentality, you will understand the power that you took back. You will understand how you feel, and the situation and how you view the person will completely change. And it's amazing. So you can do it in the woods. You can do it muttering when you're walking, doing walks or whatever, if you're comfortable with that. You can do it in your car and start screaming, depending on what emotion it is. If it's fear, you can start shaking to tap into that feeling. You have to have a memory to remember it by. But the safest way to do this is to be in group such as Art of Accomplishment, where they build an arc of like the different structure of how the course is and put you in different groups where you can express your emotions and have people that have been trained and also other people in the community witnessing you. It sounds scary, but it's not. it's just freeing because you're allowing yourself. And sometimes when you see other people do it, tap into those emotions, it's giving yourself permission to feel it. It's now or never. And you go, okay, I'm going to feel it because what am I scared of? Because I'm here to actually do something with my life and change it. So I'm here to show up for myself. And that's the feeling you want. And watch how you feel afterwards. I completely changed. The way I showed up changed. The way my voice changed. And how I felt in my body. Wow. 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 So if this resonated with you, share with somebody that needs to hear this. Thanks. I'll see you soon.